So YouTube announced a very interesting change in their policy today that I think has kind of ignited a very weird reaction in a lot of people. Most people are very angry about the change. Let's talk about what happened from the ground up so that we both know, what I'm talking about, right? So monetization. You all know what monetization is. It's the thing that not only allows YouTubers to make money through the YouTube website, but it allows channels to get featured, like videos. Like their videos will be more likely to be featured in the YouTube algorithm, on suggested videos and on the YouTube homepage and things like that. If your videos are monetized, they're much more likely to show up on there because, YouTube wants to promote the things that will be making YouTube money, That obviously makes sense. The problem with that is that for smaller creators like me, like Manmode, like Markai, the fucking Dan, what is his fucking name? Degenerate Dan? Something like that. For all us dudes who have, like, pretty much no subscribers, I mean, I think Manmo's the biggest one. Even he now, under these current rules, has no way of getting the videos monetized. Previously, you had to get 10,000 concurrent views on your channel. Actually, prior to that, about a year prior to that rule, like 2 years ago at this point, like 2.5 years ago, you didn't need anything. Everyone was monetized from the beginning. It was great. Everyone's videos is on like an equal playing field. I kind of like that system. But they added in this 10,000 concurrent view rule. I think I'm currently at like 7,000. And that's not including unlisted videos. If you include those, I'm closer to like 8,000, 8,200, I think. So I was getting kind of close to the 10,000 thing. So now that that's taken away, well, that kind of sucks. But whatever. But for the people like Mahmood who had 10,000 views, he has monetization to like taken away, which is pretty garbage. Now the rules are you have to have 4,000 watch hours on your channel, which means that throughout all your videos in the past 12 months, like the amount of time people spent watching them has to have like passed 4,000 hours, right? It's a lot of time. It's a lot of time. I mean, I haven't like really gone in like calculated it, but I don't even think I've broken like 600 watch hours. So yeah, not even close to that one. And then you had to have 1,000 subscribers, which I think I'm at like 83, 84. You can look yourself. So yeah, again, not really even close. And no one I know personally is really even close to that. It's very, very odd. Like, I guess from what people are saying and from the official, like, YouTube blog post, like, the idea is that, like, doing this makes it more difficult for shitty channels, essentially, to get bigger. Which I guess makes sense. But, like, YouTube has kind of always been like this, I mean, not now, but, in the so-called golden age of YouTube, which has never really existed, but, like, what we like to call the golden age of YouTube, because it was better than it is now, like, it was kind of just like an open range kind of thing. Like, everyone is available to do whatever the fuck they want. No one's going to be limited by, like, the algorithm or anything. It kind of was already happening. It just was more under the hood. Now it's more like you're actively discouraged for making, like, certain types of videos, which, I'm not really a big fan of, like, I don't know, compilations and shit like that, but, like, I don't exactly think that those channels shouldn't exist. You know what I mean? But oh well. There'll be a new way to game the system. there always is a way. There will be a way. I don't know if anyone's really thought about it or figured out a way to get around this new limitation, but like, you know, basically all this means for me, you know, from my perspective, you know, oh man, is this change gonna make it like so you stop making videos? No, I'm gonna make videos forever. It's not really encouraging, but it also doesn't really matter. Like, I don't really understand this mentality of being like super pissed about this, because all of that time and energy you could be spending, you know, if you're a creator, like if you're just a viewer and you're upset, like I guess it makes more sense because you don't want to see the channels you care about, like, you know, suffering because of this, obviously. But like as a creator, you know, I don't really give a shit about this. It just might like slightly delay the time I would get monetization, which might have slightly affected the way I would have gotten videos, you know, spread in like a couple months. Maybe that changes to 6 months from now. I don't know. You never fucking know. You never know anything. I mean, even without like the monetization thing, I know like my Eureka 7 video, for some reason, it just squeezed its way into the suggestion box of this like suggestion thing, like the next video thing on the side of YouTube videos. It just squeezed its way in there sometimes for a lot of people, and it's just been steadily gaining views ever since it got released. I think it's at like 530, 540, somewhere around there. Like it's just slowly going up. For that reason, people just, I also notice a lot of people click on the video just because they search Eureka 7, you know. And I think that's kind of always been the way to make people watch your videos without the monetization thing, without the YouTube algorithm. You know, before there was like an algorithm to even, you know, worry about. Before you had to like sit there and think like, oh man, how can this title clickbait the fuck out of people to get people to, you know, watch. Before that was really a thing, a lot of the focus on getting views on your channel was like search terms, like getting your video like noticeable by like people typing in like terms on YouTube and searching for it. And if you can make it so your video was like close to the top and then maybe you put on an eye-catching title and thumbnail, yeah, you're probably gonna get clicks, you know. It's just kind of a different way of doing things. You can still do that now, but I don't think, I could be wrong, but I don't think nearly as much people search YouTube as much as they do just kind of cycle through their automatic like video thing where it just picks the next suggested video for you, or people just click things off the homepage. I know that's what I do. So yeah, I think going back to what I was saying though, like I'm not demotivated by this. Honestly, it makes me like, I mean, the whole reason I'm making this is obviously because of this whole situation, because I wanted to make it clear that no, in fact, I give so little shits about this that I'd rather just make more videos, you know? It's kind of encouraging in a weird, manipulative way. I don't know. I just don't like seeing people bitch when they could be doing something productive with their bitchiness. You know what I mean? Just kind of just put your foot to the floor and fucking work. Like, just do your shit. I could do that. I don't know. I hope to make more videos soon. This is kind of unrelated, but I think I'm going to try to have a video out tomorrow. I've been kind of piecing it together. I'll probably have that out tomorrow. It's really simple. It's a fun video. If you liked the Aniverse one, the place at the end of the Aniverse, you'll probably like that video. Podcast is coming on Saturday, so you know, things are coming, things are happening. Yeah. I don't know, as you may or may not be able to tell, I'm not exactly happy about this. Originally, this video, I wanted it to be more of like a, ooh yeah, I'm gonna fucking make videos. I don't know. This entire week has been very stressful for me, for a lot of reasons outside of the YouTube thing, and this is just kind of a fucking down on my soul. Because I think what a lot of people don't realize, especially in this past like month where I've just not really been announcing anything, is that pretty much all of my time goes into this YouTube channel. It's just that this month more than ever, like, that doesn't seem obvious, you know? When I was making a video every day, that was very obvious. But the difference then is that I was suffering every day, and I wasn't, like, healthy, and I wasn't, like, doing my job correctly, my actual job, and, like, the videos on the channel, you know, I was making them every day and everything, and it looked like the output on my channel was like, oh man, I'm like giving it my all, and it almost looks like that's changed, but it hasn't. What was that, 4 months ago at this point? I've been the same creator this entire time. I have not changed a little bit. I mean, I had like the Patreon kind of thing where I changed like my mindset on that a little bit, but you know, same work ethic. The difference is that a lot of the work I'm putting in is a lot more back end. I explained this in the Patreon video, but like, I need to put time into things that are going to make me money by way of making YouTube videos. And what this change shows, you know, more than ever is that I'm not going to make money from the YouTube videos from YouTube. You know, I'm going to make money from the YouTube videos by doing freelance work on the side, by getting other jobs, by doing as many other things as I can to maybe hopefully boost my success on YouTube as a result. That's like the far better outlook, I think. But like, on top of that, there's also been this big video. I don't really remember if I've talked about this. There's a big video coming in like a week, maybe. I don't know. Coming soon. It's almost done. It's not even for my channel. It's like for a different channel. I've been doing like work on it. Because I just kind of believe in the project. And they needed, the team needed a video editor, and you know, they didn't like, you know, they didn't have their shit together, and I kind of got over involved in the project, and now I'm like a project lead, kind of, on top of being the editor. It's basically one of my videos, but it's not, it doesn't have my voice in it, and it's in a very different style. I don't want to tell you what it is yet, because it's just, you'll see when it comes out. I'll make another thing like this about it, and I think it'll do really well, I hope. But that's mostly what I've been working on for the past month. Like, a lot of time has gone into that. Once that video's out, I don't plan on making another one of those. Like, it is the first part of a series, basically, but like, the series will not continue if it doesn't break, like, if the first video doesn't break, like, I don't know, I'm gonna say like 10,000 views at least. I absolutely cannot afford to, you know, sacrifice time for this channel to make videos that aren't gonna do well on that other channel, because that's the amount of work I put into them. Like, it's like and this is a team effort. It's like a ton of other people too, like, all putting their all into this. Like, if something like that doesn't get more than 10,000 views, then I don't think it's really worth the time. But I think you guys will like it. Once that's out, once this fucking podcast is out, coming this Saturday, that'll fucking kill me. Cause that's where all my other, so yeah, all my time's been going to the I have to cut that out. I did not mean to say that. Try to read my lips, that'd be funny. All my time has been going towards like this big video project. But I have to have, like, some other time, right? Like, what's that been going toward? That's been going towards watching anime for this fucking podcast coming up. We're going to talk about the fucking 2018 winter season of anime. Woo. But yeah, those take a ton of effort, so that's all that's been happening these past 2 weeks. That's why there's been fucking nothing on this channel. Once those are out, I don't know what I'm going to do. This past month has been so structured. Like, every day I've been so scheduled. Like, I have to, like, do things a certain way because that's how busy I am. I have to have things scheduled, otherwise I'm not going to get everything done. You know, that's, like, the mentality I have. For this month, like, after everything is done, I don't really know what February is going to hold in store. I think my goal, what I want to do is, this sounds like really fucking, like, seriously, I like making the artsy stuff, right? I've been fucking thinking about this forever. It's only, like, just now that, you know, I'm putting together the pieces, kind of. I like making my artsy videos. I like making my Dumb on the Bomb Blast. I love making Eureka 7 full series analysis finale. I love making those. They're my favorite things to do. I love Aniverse. I love, I don't know, a bunch of the random bullshit I made during Miyamafava. Like, a lot of those videos are my favorite thing to do. Shitposts, I guess a lot of people call them. Like, the things that don't have a lot of, like, yeah, I don't know. Eureka 7 full series analysis finale is not a shitpost, but, like, these are projects that don't exactly serve a lot of value outside of my own satisfaction, you know? And if other people enjoy them, then that's cool, but, like, the one video that I made that was a little outside of my comfort zone, but I'm really proud of, I still think it's my best video. I think it's, like, what drew a ton of people to my channel, what's doing the best on my channel. Nah, it doesn't have the most views, but it has the most, like, watch time. You know, per view. Some of my live streams and podcasts have more watch time because they're longer. But, like, for what this is, it has, like, the most views per watch, like, most watch time per views, like, ratio. And that is the Eureka 7 full series analysis video. Why you need to watch Eureka 7. Like I said, it's at, like, 500 something views. And it's, like, still my best work by a mile. It's very impressive looking. The reason I haven't been wanting to make more of those is because that was a real stretch. That was a real, like, me leaning into another side of a direction, like, I can go in that I really wasn't comfortable in. Not the style of the channel. It was certainly not the style of Naoto Shirodane. I don't think it fits Electric Hobo, even. But perhaps there's a middle ground. Maybe a Eureka 7 video, but with more live stuff. It doesn't have to be fully, like, a fully written thing. It can have some improv stuff in there. It can have some live action skits. It just needs to have a balance, because I think, yeah, I think that's what it is. I think, like, people love the amount of editing and stuff I put into the Eureka 7 video. They love the tightness and the flow and the way the music hits and all that stuff. Stuff, you know, traditionally great things in, like, any analysis video. But people also like the things where I fucking make a Casey Neistat vlog as I walk to work and make my own music on top of it. And, like, I don't think those two things have to be, you know, so separate. I think a tight analysis video on a game or a show is possible to do while also having fun, you know? Because I'll sit here and say right now, I did not have a ton of fun making the Eureka 7 video. It was very satisfying to get it out, but, like, it was not fun to make. It's not really my style. But, yeah. Oh, I didn't mention this. There is another project that's coming out. Although now that I think about it, it won't be released till the end of February. But that's another thing to get excited for, I guess. Keep an eye out for that. That won't come out until, yeah, about a month from now. Probably. Maybe a little more. Yeah, about a month from now. But that's going to be a whole other thing people, you guys should love. I hope. It'll be very climactic. That'll be very fun. But February, I want to try my hand at making, if you look at my, I said this a while ago to someone on Discord or something, but you look at my channel banner, and I have Spyro up there. But I have another game up there that I haven't talked about at all, but that I've actually been planning on making a video for like a while, but I haven't even like sat down to play the game to like even think about writing something on it, you know. But yeah, maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do something else. Oh, I never finished my point. I want to make something like as big and as this is what I was talking about way before when I was saying like this might be too ambitious or something, but like if I can make something like a Rekka 7 full series analysis part 1 every week, that'd be nice. That'd be good. That'd be a good thing to do. And in fact, depending on it depends on the subject, right? Because I think one of the big things that was difficult about Rekka 7 was not even making the video, like, is the fact that it's a 50-episode anime, and I had to do a lot of like research into it, and it's like that took more time in a way than actually making the video. And some things would probably not take as long, but I don't know. Maybe that's my goal. Maybe that's my fucking goal. Four videos, maybe 3. February's a short month. Maybe 3. but hopefully 4 really big, probably like 10-minute long edited videos that have the artsiness of Hobo with the analytical glasses on, you know, super wannabe smarts kind of style of more of the Naoto Shiradanai stuff. God, how fucking long is this video? Oh my god. Hold on. 24 fucking minutes? Are you kidding me? I know there was a long period where I sat around for a while, but like I think I'm gonna keep that in. Because originally I was like, I finished that sentence before I took like the long pause in the middle of the video, and I was like, oh, I'll just cut here and I'll let me gather my thoughts more. God damn. I think I created an art. I did an art. Huh. I'll see you guys tomorrow, probably. Maybe tonight. I don't know. I'll at least see you on Saturday when the new Gassy Boys comes out. Bye. Am I allowed to leave now? I mean, should this just like keep going? Can I just like keep filming this forever? For like an hour long? Just keep rambling? I'll just keep fucking like sitting around doing nothing. And you ever play Bulletstorm? It's a good game. You ever play Crysis 2? It's a good game. You ever played Dead Space? You know, I actually had an interesting conversation with someone at work about Dead Space. It was this lady. She said she had played Dead Space before, and that she fucking hated it. And I couldn't get an answer out of her as to why. She basically just didn't like it because it was scary. But she didn't want to admit that she was scared. She just didn't like it, I guess. I don't know. What else is here? Ooh. Do you guys remember when Bioshock Infinite came out? And everyone freaked out about this game? I do. I kind of freaked out about it a little bit. I thought it was pretty cool. I remember thinking the ending was crazy. But I mean, I don't know. I was a fucking like sophomore, I think, when this came out. I don't know. My brain was like probably just overloaded from what was happening. And I remember when that Matthew Matosis video came out on this game, it like totally changed my whole life. because I was like, oh shit, that game sucks. I never even like put it together. What's your guys' opinion on the N64? I talked about the N64 briefly in my Nintendo video, but like, I really do hate this controller. It's a terrible controller. Like, every way to hold it is equally uncomfortable. There is no good way to hold it. You hold it like this. Look at my left hand. Like, look at my pinky. It's like in this weird curled position. I guess I can just like not use it, but like this. What the fuck is my? Well, look at my finger. This is not a comfortable way to hold a controller. And then on top of that, I mean, I have the rumble pack in. You can take that out, so it's not as heavy when you don't have that in. But like, you gotta have your right hand. Your fingers like touch each other from holding it like this. This is the way you would play Mario, you know. Right hand on the B and A button and the R button, while your left hand does the Z and the movement and whatnot. Terrible. And then you have some games which you control like a traditional SNES controller by having like the big old D-pad and the face buttons and stuff. Like, it's just a weird fucking controller. But it doesn't feel as nice as an SNES controller in that way. It's just, no. This controller sucks. There's other things that suck about the N64, but like, this controller is a big reason to me. Fuck this controller. Fuck this video. Why are you still here? I like to say that a lot, like, why are you still here? But like, seriously, you have to just like, you either are like weirdly committed to me to be sticking it out to the end. I'm surprised you made it past the fucking the pause of eternity. Like, that's impressive on its own, but you've now stumbled past any bit of me talking like in a sensical way, and you've come into my most natural form where I just look around the room, full ADHD, notice a thing, comment on the thing, and move on with my life, except I'm making a video. So I'm trying to like think like, oh, instead of moving on, what if I just like grab the item in front of me that would catch my attention usually, and just fucking talk about it. Like, this is all the video is now. Why? You know this has no purpose. Like, you know there's not going to be anything satisfying at the end of this. Shoulder buttons suck. What else do I have around here? I have a lot of controllers in this basket. That's why I even had the fucking N64 controller. Now here's a pretty solid controller. Pretty fucking solid controller. Got a GameCube controller. This thing, not bad. A little weak. That's my only problem with the GameCube controller. They're not that durable. They look like they're durable, but they break pretty easy, especially the left analog stick. I don't know what it is about these things, but they just kind of get very, I don't know if you can see that. They get very, like, I'm not, like, moving the stick. They just get very loose, very wiggly, very uncomfortable to use. And the C-stick is kind of shit in every game except Smash. And I don't like Smash. But, you know, the buttons feel good. It's good to hold. It's a little small. Once again, my pinkies really have nowhere to go, so they kind of do this weird claw thing, like grip thing that doesn't really work. But overall, I do think this controller is overrated. People seem to think it's like the greatest controller of all time. It's kind of weird. I think it's pretty good. I think it's a pretty good controller. It's not bad. It's better than the N64 controller. It's better than the it's about as good as the SNES controller, and it's better than the NES controller. Better than the Wiimote, obviously. The Wiimote's garbage. Better than the Wii U gamepad. That thing sucks. It's on par with the Wii U Pro controller. I don't even remember what the Wii Pro controller feels like. I don't remember. But like, I don't know. What has Nintendo made a better controller? I don't know. Maybe, like, the Switch is okay. The Switch Pro Controller, it's not bad. It's not bad. It is slightly better than the GameCube Controller, slightly. And only because I like the analog sticks more, but it's not, like, a great controller. I'm not even, like, bringing in other competitors. Like, every Xbox controller, like, all of them. Yes, even the Duke. I think the better controller than anything Nintendo's made. Duke, highly underrated. Highly underrated. I love the Duke. People fuck with the Duke. I can't believe people mess with the Duke. You know, let's take a fucking normal controller. This is a PS2 controller, so let me unravel it. Let me show you my problem with 99% of the controllers out there. This includes the PS4 controller, the PS3, because the PS1, 2, and 3 kind of have the same controllers, GameCube, N64, all these fucking controllers. Look at my pinkies. This is cramped. You know, this is just a cramped design. My hands, they're just very bunched up. It's very uncomfortable. Like, it feels kind of comfy. Like, you grab it. It's like, take this couch I'm kind of sitting on right here, right? This couch is very soft, and it's very squishy, and I kind of sink and melt into it, which feels nice when you first sit down in it, but over the long term, it's not really that comfortable. It hurts your butt. It kind of hurts your back after a while. It's not the most comfortable thing in the world in the long run. And that's the same problem I have with a lot of these controllers. They feel good at first, but, like, you just get so many cramps in your hand. And the Duke controller does not have that problem. I never get cramps on my hand from the Duke controller because, although it's not comfortable at first, this position that the controller puts you in, this is so natural. I don't even have the controller in front of me. I just know what it feels like because I love it so much. Like, this is just, there's no cramping. Look, all my fingers are very natural. I mean, like, barely bending. I don't have to, like, really go out of my way. There are some issues with the Duke controller. I think the triggers are a little heavy. Like, they're kind of hard to push in. That's kind of annoying. I could probably fix that with a mod, actually. Putting, like, a weaker spring in there or something. You know, that's easy to fix. But, like, the buttons feel great. They're a little weirdly aligned. You gotta get used to them. But, great controller. Highly underrated. Fuck people who hate the Duke controller. Duke controller is a 10 out of 10. It might be my favorite controller. It might be my favorite controller. Although the S controller for that same console is also a 10 out of 10. It's just, I don't know. It depends on the game you're playing. If I'm playing GTA, I'm using a fucking Duke. Because that trigger, squeezing it down when you're trying to go fast in a car feels great. Feels great. If I'm playing Halo, I might want to use an S controller. Because you got the pistol, you want to be going tap, tap, tap on the trigger, right? You don't really want the Duke brick to press down every time. You know what I mean? That's not what you want. That's not what you want in a game where you gotta click, click, click the little trigger button. So, different controllers for every fucking game. I don't know. That's kind of my mentality. If you got the controllers, use them. How many controllers do I have? I wonder. It's got to be at least 50. For all the... Look at this. Here, let me... This is a basket just full of controllers. And there's more on the table in front of me because I pulled more out. And there's more behind me on that table over there. They're everywhere. There's more upstairs in my brother's room. There's more upstairs in the living room. There's a ton on my shelf. There's some under my bed because I have a drawer full of controllers under there. There's some on my computer. Fuck, dude. So many controllers. Shit, man. That's the real thing we should be thinking about in life. Fuck this YouTube monetization bullshit. No. Got too many controllers. You comfy? Feeling good? That's good. One of these times I'm actually going to lean up and hit the stop button on the camcorder. Maybe. I'll do that. I want to try something. Here, let's go on an adventure. Let's go on a fucking adventure. This is fun. Let me grab the middle of the tripod. There we go. We're going to go into this area of the basement. I didn't want to record in here because I think there's a lot of noise happening in here. Shit. That was me knocking over my light. As you can probably hear, there's a lot of like ambient noise. That's my furnace. It's been going crazy. Hold on. Let me just put the legs down on this stand. Sorry if the lighting is shit. Gotta get the right height for this. Gotta line this up right. There we go, that works. And then that'll do that. Let me turn this shit on. One of the worst things about these drums that I have is that they're kind of a pain in the ass to like figure out how the hell I want to get sound out of them, like into a device. Like that's weirdly inconvenient to do. So I want to try something. I'm just gonna hit the snare drum. I put my headphones on the speaker, on the microphone, on the camera. So I'm hoping that when I hit the snare drum, you'll hear that it's making the snare noise. This is a fun experiment. This is a good time. Now I can't play too loud or too crazy because it's kind of like 1 in the morning right now and I'll wake everyone up. Yes, electronic drums are still loud. They're not that loud, but you know, I can't be going insane. That probably was kind of terrible, because I'm trying to be real quiet. Doing blast beats quiet, very hard. But I hope that turned out okay. What else can we do? What else can we have fun with? Let me take the headphones off. We do a ton of shit with this thing. Let me put the legs back up on the fucking camcorder. You can see the whole setup. I'm actually getting a new bass drum pretty soon. It should be coming in the mail anytime now. I got a 18-inch because I play on electric drums, so I don't really need a giant 22-inch kick drum. And you can play faster with a smaller kick drum when it comes to double bass, so I'd rather have that. Now, the smart idea would be to get a new bass pedal, because my bass pedals are shit. And if you look at my system, if you know drums, you can see I have a lot of things on there to help me with my double bass playing, but like, I have terrible pedals. Like, that's the problem. I have these Ruck heel plates, which are like $300, both, like, you know, combined. They're like $150 each, I think. They might be more, actually. I spent a lot of money on those. They help me play a lot, but like, they're really just a way for me to get a shortcut to like playing faster. I'm getting a new bass drum, like things that are helping me play faster. But if I just got new pedals, the problem is that pedals are like $500. So, you know, I don't want to spend that much money on nice pedals. Not all of them are that much, but if I want to increase my playing speed, that is the amount of money that I'd be expected to pay. I think it's time we go into the actual basement, like, the actual part of my room you guys are familiar with. Let's go visit Moogie. Who's that right there? That's a Mooger. You guys haven't even seen Moogie in a while. She hasn't been showing up in anything. Any of my videos, really. I kind of actually, you know, it's funny, I tend to keep her out. I don't, like, try to put her in my videos. She just kind of shows up. Now, there is one thing I want to do. Apologize if it's a mess in here. I haven't cleaned it all, and obviously I didn't do any kind of, like, stage setup, or, like, you know, lighting or anything in here. I haven't shown you guys my new guitar. Everyone in the Discord has been very familiar with this guitar, because I talk about it all the time. Man Mode especially has seen this thing a lot, and I think I posted a picture of it on Instagram. No, I didn't. I don't think I did. This is my new Damien Platinum 9 from Schecter. Oh, it is a 9-string guitar, so I got, my range is like, here, let me scoot closer. I want you guys to here get a nice view of it. Just so you can hear. I'm gonna scoot closer though. So here's the lowest note. I could tune it lower if I wanted to, but that's really fucking low for a guitar. Here's the highest note, 24th fret on the highest string. That's really low. That's really fucking low. Let me put the camera lower. This thing's been great though. I've never owned a guitar before. So this has been kind of a learning experience. I'm mostly a bass guy. I love this thing though. I've been playing it way too much. My hand hurts a lot from me playing it constantly. I've been trying to learn this new song. I love this song. I want to do a cover of it, like a full band cover, because now I have all the instruments. Someday I hope to do this, but it's not. It doesn't go like that. I think it's yeah. That's it. I remembered. It does a riff thing. But if you know the band, you know that song. It's funny, I have all these strings, but I mostly only play around with the 6 down here, because that's a normal guitar. That's like the normal amount of strings a guitar would have. And I'll throw in things with a 7th every once in a while, but like, I'm learning how to play guitar, so I want to just kind of mess around with the 6 strings and then throw in some crazy 7-string shit whenever I can. And then the 8th string it's really the gent string. And then the 9th string is just, I don't even know what I would use it for. It's just here. I love this thing. It's been a ton of fun. Fucking 9-string guitar. Oh yeah, I haven't even taken off the label on the back. Look at that neck through body. Beautiful. Beautiful guitar. I don't know what else I could even show you guys anymore. This is too fun. Do I have any new games? Do I have any new things? I don't think so. How are you doing? You know what? If you made it this far in the video, I want you to... I think Boogie likes to do this sometimes, and I think it's a really funny idea. If you made it to this part in the video, like, if you are this committed... Let's see, let's look around. I want you to type... Don't say anything else. Don't say anything like a comment. Just post in the comments... Shining Force Neo. The game. Like, you know, like the game. Shining Force Neo. Neo is spelled Neo. Just say that. Just post in the comments. I'm curious, because I don't even think my most dedicated fans will make it to the end of this. Maybe it'll prove me wrong. Maybe. I'm curious how many people will actually comment. Maybe I'll get some... Here's the really hype thing. Like, what if I get comments from, like, someone who's been watching my videos but just has been lurking the whole time? Is that you? You out there. Let me put the viewfinder away because I keep looking at it and it looks really awkward in the actual video. If you are the person, or type of person who's been watching all my videos but you haven't commented on one of them, why? Why? I mean, I guess I don't ask for comments that much. I just kind of bring it up every once in a while. But I want to talk to you. I have a whole Discord open. I don't necessarily want to, like, fight with people constantly. Oh, I do like doing that, but, like, I like talking to people. When I put out a video like, I think Nintendo kind of sucks, I want people to fucking fight me. You know, that's a fight me video. I don't know. If you have something to say, I want to hear it. Yeah. Yeah. I'm talking to you. You know who you are. Oh, God. I can feel how blinding that is. Wow, look at that effect. Look at the diamonds. That's crazy. Sorry if that just, like, destroyed you. That was fun. I got this Coke. Empty now. That sucks. Oh, yeah. Let's talk about that for a second. Coke versus Pepsi. I can't believe this is still a thing. Pepsi... Look, Pepsi's fine. I think Pepsi's a decent beverage. But, like, so is, like, Mr. Pibb. And, like, I don't know. RC Cola. Is that what that's called? Yeah. Like, they're fine beverages. But none of these... None of the... All the shit like that. All the wannabe colas, like... They're just knockoffs. Like, come on. Let's be real. Let's be real. Coca-Cola is its own beast. You can't touch the Coke. You can't touch it. This thing... This is a classic, dude. You can't fucking mess with this. It's so good. Like... Oh, man. Now, keep in mind, at a restaurant, I can kind of understand the mentality of getting a Pepsi. I do think that fountain Pepsi tastes more like the bottled and the canned Pepsi than fountain Coke tastes like the canned or bottled Coke, if that makes sense. Canned and bottled Coke is perfect, but the moment it enters a fountain, it can go like all kinds of different directions, and it can get kind of loose, but, you know, that's just the territory. And don't even get me started on a Mexican Coke, or foreign Coke in general, but mostly the Coke from Mexico is like, holy shit tier. You can't get a better soda. You can't get a better soda. Come on. Come on. Don't come at me. You know, I just got a new game. It's called, you know, you guys know what Phantasy Star is? I've been getting really into RPGs. I haven't been playing a ton of RPGs, but I've been like, they've been like circling my mind a lot recently because I finished Earthbound, and I liked Earthbound a lot, and I've been craving, like, I want a new RPG to play. I want more fight and action. I've been kind of looking around and thinking, like, maybe Final Fantasy, like, maybe I'll actually finish Final Fantasy 6, maybe I'll replay Chrono Trigger, maybe I'll play 4 or 5, you know, Final Fantasy. But then I remembered, there's a little-known game on the Sega Genesis called Phantasy Star, series, rather, called Phantasy Star, that I haven't really touched at all. And specifically, Phantasy Star 4 is considered to be, like, the fucking cream of the crop. Not just like in the Phantasy Star series, but like for the entire Genesis console, that's most people's like favorite RPG, you know. So I have that coming in. I already got Phantasy Star 4. I'll have that coming in soon. Maybe I'll start streaming that. Maybe that's what I'll do in February. I don't fucking know. Maybe I'll just make a Mia Mafavo, but it's just gonna be this. It's just gonna be me turning on the camera for an hour. And you just have to sit there. You just have to enjoy it. You just have to sit there and enjoy it. every fucking day. It'll be like Digi Daily, except you'll have an hour of it, and it'll be somehow worse. I didn't think it'd be possible to make something worse than fucking Digi Daily, but you know, we've reached a new low. Congratulations, everyone. Oh, let me show you another Genesis game I picked up recently. Recently, I mean like 2 months ago. But, you know, I don't pick up Genesis games that often because there's honestly not that many that are great. But I finally got a copy of Castlevania Bloodlines. I've been looking for this game for actually years. Talk to my buddy Eric Hondo. Sorry, Eric Hondo, which you'll remember from the Gassy Boys podcast on the Game Awards. I've been telling Eric Hondo about this fucking game for like 5 years now. Yeah, that's probably true. Five years, likely. 5 or 6 years. And I've never been able to find it. I finally found it. Like, in person. It wasn't boxed. I kind of wanted it boxed, but, you know, I don't really give a shit that much. I was just happy that I found it at all. And I got it for like $20. That's a pretty damn good price for this game. That's not bad, you know. I might have gotten it for less. It might have been like 15. I don't remember at this point. That's a good game. Got any favorite Genesis games? Let me know. I'd be curious. Genesis is very unexplored for me. And up until recently, I didn't own any Genesis SCART cables, so I wasn't able to like see the Genesis for all it could be. You know, let's talk about cables. I love SCART cables. I love my fucking PVM I have sitting over there. I love like making my old consoles look as good as possible. But most consoles, like, the difference between a normal composite SNES and a SCART cable SNES, pretty big, but like, you can still see the idea behind like what they wanted Super Mario World to look like. And that's true for most consoles when you're comparing the the composite, you know, the normal yellow cable to the highest quality RGB SCART you can possibly have. That is not true with the Genesis. There is a huge difference. Like, it's so massive that, like, I tried playing Shadowrun over composite. You can't even, like, read the text. It's so bad. Versus, like, Genesis games with SCART look gorgeous. They look amazing. Like, it's not just that, like the Genesis isn't as, like, technically powerful as the SNES, but, like, it's a different machine. Like, it can do different things. That's one of my favorite things about old consoles. Like, back then, it wasn't just a comparison of, like, what your console was, like, how much speed your CPU could handle or whatever. It was, like, the SNES and the Genesis literally had different sound chips. So, like, the same song could be rendered in a totally different way that would completely change the feel of it. Genesis games just have this feel that I don't think has ever been replicated on another machine. Maybe that's why so many people just, like, feel so attached to it, you know? I don't know. I don't really, like, super love it. But I just haven't gotten into it before, you know? I don't own a ton of Genesis games that I'm super into, like, playing, I guess. But I don't know. If you have some that you love, maybe I'll try them out. I think the issue is that a lot of the great games are way too expensive. There's a lot of shit. There's a lot of okay games. There's a lot of good games on Genesis. There's just not a lot of great games. So the ones that are great stick out like a sore thumb and cost you $1 million. But yeah, like Phantasy Star 4 was not cheap. I think I got it for like $30. That's just the cartridge. That's a lot of money on one game from 30 years ago. Oh my god, yeah. More like 20. Like 25, I think, years ago. Something like that. I might be way off. Pretty sure it's like 25 years ago. But still, that's a lot of money to spend on a game like that. Let me put this shit down. Let's talk about the Discord for a second. Yo motherfuckers have been slacking up in the Discord. I'm not seeing nearly enough shit posting. Not seeing nearly enough memes. Here's the Discord. Here's what I want the Discord to be. Here's what it's always been. It's just that audience interaction hasn't been as great as I like to see. I'm not there to entertain you. I'm not there to fucking ask you all what's up and hang out with you guys. I'm up to that, here's what the Discord is for. If you've ever thought, gee, I want to contact the Electric Hobo, I want to hang out with the Electric Hobo, that's what the Discord is for. Except I'm not going to sit there and, like, wait on you. You got to be like, yo, want to play a game? You want to fucking do a stream? You want to hang out? What's your opinion on this? What's your opinion on this? That's what the Discord is for. You ask me the questions. You ask me for shit. You have an interesting thing to talk about? Let me know. Otherwise, you can just post memes all day. I don't give a shit. That's great. I'll just look over the memes. It'll be great. I just don't want to be sitting there being like, you know, hogging. I don't want to be lurking in the Discord all day, being like, oh man, I wish people would talk. You know? The Discord is supposed to be all about me. Like, that's literally what it's for. You know what I mean? But like, I think it could be more than that. Kind of. I don't know. It's not just about talking to, like, about me, but, like, to me. There's a difference, you know what I mean? Asking me about shit. Asking about when the next video's coming. Asking about when I'm going to do a stream next. Asking if you want to submit a thing for the podcast. If you want to join a live stream. If you want to do a fucking video together. I don't give a shit. Don't send me questions in the comments. Don't send me questions on... I mean, you can. I'll answer them. Don't send me questions, PM me on Twitter, none of that shit, or DM me. None of that shit. Just talk on Discord. It's easier. It's easier, and you join the community, and it's good. You get all the emotes. Oh, you know what? We talked about controllers earlier. So, Duke, pretty definitively my favorite controller, but a close... Hold on. There we go. Another great one, I talked about this in a live stream before, is this PS1 controller. Very rare. Very hard to find this controller, but if you can hunt it down. What is this called? This specific model is called the SCPH-1150. This fucking controller, as you can see, it has these super long legs, much longer than a normal PS1 controller. It's got these indented analog sticks like a PS4 controller, except it's a PS1 controller. The analog sticks feel great. There's no rumble. That's the only thing. Gotta get used to that. Shoulder buttons are pretty good. They feel like a PS2 controller, you know. The buttons feel amazing. This is the best controller Sony's ever made. In terms of, like, the classic PlayStation games. Like, this is the way to play PS1 games. Definitively. I would say. I don't think any of the other PS1 controllers feel nearly as good as this. For the same reason. Like, yes, I still have a little bit of crampness with the fingers. But, like, compared to a DualShock... no, not even comparable. This is way better. Way better. Just like the formation with the thumbs. I don't have to, like, squeeze them. Where the start and select buttons are would normally be where, like, my hand would be with the analog sticks on a normal DualShock. But they're, like, down here, and it's great. It feels amazing. And then, just because I got the drawer open to me now. The Duke. Hold on. I don't know why I didn't do that in the first place. That would have been really smart. The Duke. The fucking Duke. I love this controller. I really do. I'm not fucking around. I'm not sitting here trying to be like, oh man, people hate on the Duke. I'm Hobo. I need to defend stuff that doesn't need defended. No, this needs defended. This is a great controller. Look at this. Look at how natural. It just fits my hands. Oh, it's great. Oh, it's great. It feels so good. Your finger just wraps around it perfectly. Your fingers sit in a perfect position. Thumbs feel great. In either position. Any position you can think of. There we go. Thumbs feel great. So, like, you know, D-pad. D-pad's not great on this controller, but to be honest, there's not really that many games on Xbox that need it. D-pad and face buttons feels fine. You know, your thumb is natural. This feels good. Hitting the black and white buttons feels good. It's fucking great. And like I said, because of the ergonomics, like, it might not feel comfy when you first, like, put your hands around it. It might be like, whoa, that's big. And it feels like you're really, like, stretching, but, like, you're stretching. It's good for you. You can play the game for, like, hours and not have any issues. Unless you're playing Halo and you have to listen to that shit. that's a hard button to press. Like, these triggers are intense. So maybe use an S controller for Halo. But you know. Still talking about controllers. You stuck around for 30 minutes, and we're still talking about controllers. See, I warned you. I seriously think you're just sticking around because you think I'm going to have some kind of weird, like, thing at the end. Weird kind of, like, epic finale sort of thing. But I think you're just kind of getting your hopes up for nothing. Look at this. That's all my hair. Stuck to this hair tie. My hair looks great today. I'm seeing it in the video. I didn't really do anything special to it. This is so the best way to get my hair to look like this is to take a shower. Usually the best way to do it is to like just use shampoo, no conditioner, and then let it sit for like all day. Like, and by the time I, let it out of a hair tie or something, like, it just has this flow to it that's insane. Looks even better if I comb it while my hair is wet, and because then it's like I don't have like the fluffers. I don't look at that. It's like kind of scraggly and looks kind of gross, but like if I were to comb it, then it would look even better. I just don't have time to put that much maintenance in my hair, Very much take the. You ever talk to Ross from Ross's Game Dungeon or Cursed Farms? His mentality on hair and washing his hair is like he uses shampoo, nothing else, leaves the shower, maybe towel dries it, and that's like it. He doesn't give a shit. That's my mentality too. The difference is that I think I just have naturally better hair than him. Some people just are designed to have the long hair. Me, could you seriously imagine Hobo without the long hair? Like, I think it'd be pretty weird. I don't think it would be normal. By the way, I was never into H3 Productions for a long time. Like, I like what they do, what Ethan does. I think he's a cool dude. Nothing against him. I just never watched the videos, For the longest time, I thought that the fupa was some kind of belly thing. Because I saw, like, the H3 podcast, and I saw him talking about, like, the fupa. Here, let me replicate this shit. You take the... Yeah, there we go. This is the fupa. I thought this was the fupa. Now, recently I learned that might not be the fupa. I think the fupa might be the chin thing. Might be this. Is this the fupa? Let me know. I'm curious.